I'm such a big fan of Dick's Sporting Goods. I worked for them for many years doing a television show, and we used to do their golf-a-thons every spring, and I would be on location at various locations here on KDK Radio. Golf Galaxy, love the game, obviously the Masters, but I'm also a big fan of who they are when they support so many incredible events in this region. And for those of you who know me, I've been at this radio station long enough to remember when we used to broadcast live at the Pittsburgh Marathon, which of course is sponsored by the great people of that great corporate neighbor, Dick's Sporting Goods. Well, Cal Fraunheiser, my producer, from that Baltimore region, is preparing for the marathon. Had his last big day of training today. He ran 22. So now I get a chance to turn the microphone and camera on him and ask him simply, why do you want to run the marathon? So what makes a man want to run the Pittsburgh Marathon, Kyle?
I ask myself that question sometimes, but I've run a couple half marathons. I've been running for almost 8 years now. I thought this would be a nice cap on my experience.
So University of Pittsburgh, you have run many times in the streets of Oakland, but you realize this is over 26 miles throughout the great city of Pittsburgh. So how do you prepare for running in Pittsburgh with all of the hills that you're going to have to deal with?
Well, I just do all my training on the hills. I go down, usually I'll go down from Oakland through 4 Mile Run into Greenfield. There's a big 3/4 of a mile hill straight up. That's how I'm prepared. So what's the biggest challenge from going from a half marathon to a full marathon? Is that the idea as far as the thought process? Where will the wall come? Some say it comes right at 10. Some say it comes at 15. I've heard people say they don't reach it until they get to 21 miles. So thinking about the wall and going from that half marathon to a full marathon, that has to be on your mind, right? Yeah, today I ran 22 miles and I hit that wall at about 19. But I figure, during the real race, I'll be getting water every 1 or 2 miles, getting Gatorade. I'll have my little jelly beans that give me the energy. So I think I'll be able to avoid it, knock on wood. And this is more than just the physical aspect. There's something mental about this to where it gives you a lot of inner strength. And being able to complete this marathon obviously does a lot for self-confidence. So you're looking at gaining something as far as the mental edge by completing this marathon and participating in it, right? Yes, that's something while I'm running, when I go on these longer runs, I'll say to myself every so often, like, mind over matter. You can keep doing this. All right, I see you're wearing your Baltimore Orioles hat. I got to ask you, Camden Yards, Boog Powell, grew up with them all, Brooks Robinson, Frank Robinson, Paul Blair, Jim Palmer. Why a Baltimore Orioles fan? You grew up there, of course, but a lot of teams to choose from, but why Baltimore? Well, they were the most accessible team to go to a bunch of games. As soon as I got my learner's permit down in Maryland, that's what me and my friends would do, because they were terrible at the time, so the tickets were really cheap. Did you have ever any Boog Powell barbecue there? Yeah, Boog's is pretty good. There you go. Hey, tell everybody when the marathon is. May 7th. May 7th, and hopefully he'll wear that hat, so when you see him, tell him good luck and say your Pratte Pack is definitely wishing you nothing but the best. Cal Fraunheiser getting ready May 7th for the Dick's Sporting Goods Pittsburgh Marathon. Cal, best of luck, my man. And let me tell you about my producers, how much they mean to me, whether it is Cal or it's Zach, of course, Moore, or any of the people, Michael Kravitz, and of course, John Flavin, the people I've worked with in the past, Antonio Palullo, Samantha McGill. They truly are what I believe to be the heartbeat of the Big K, because they're the one behind the curtains running all the buttons to make it work. And I do definitely appreciate each and every one of them. All of them that have been with me since 1985. Hey, without them, this show wouldn't go on. And I am so happy and excited for Cal, and I wish him nothing but the best when that Dick's Sporting Goods Marathon rolls around in less than a month. It'll be happening right here in Pittsburgh. Good luck, Cal.